Many sheet metal components are enclosures where you've got nice square corners and whatever, but occasionally you're going to have components that are not in that sort of format. So let's just take a look at some other options that are available. So if we, I'm just using synchronous here, start somewhere out here, make it 40 wide, and bring it back to here, and this one wants to be at a 15-degree angle, and let's just close off that shape so we can add in some dimensions on here just to position this. So we'll make that 110, and on here we'll make that lock to the 15 degrees. So if I go back to my isometric view, and I'm just going to go into settings. I want this 2 mil, so I'm going to specify this here. This could also be done at this stage. I want to go downwards, so we put in a material thickness on there as well, so we can just close that off. So now if we are coming off of this face here, I can create a flange. I want to create this at 120 degrees, and this is where ordered modeling becomes difficult because we don't know what height this is going to be. So I will just sketch that in and then create a second flange to keep this parallel. So what we can do on here is to add a dimension between that and that one, and we can now make this, making sure that we move it upwards 25 mil. So we can now specify a specific height on that component. This one here has lost its edge corner that it was dimensioned to, so I'll delete that. So now maybe what we'd like to do is change this so that we are then going to alter this. So rather than having, so I want to make this curved. I'm just going to bring this back in to something very close to that. And then what I can do is I could either just rotate that around, or I can create a tab. So I'll show you the both options. So if I come in here and lock to that plane there, so I need to choose a drawing option. So now you can see we have a tab that we are working from. So Control H takes me through to that, and then I can add in a tangent arc coming off of that point there, and I want this to be 800 mil. Now I'll trade that out to a point here somewhere. And then I will do the same on the opposite side. What I want to do first is to create a perpendicular line from here, and I want to make sure that the line here is the same length. So as I said, from here, if I go in and create a tangent point from here, I can just bring that out to match that. So this distance here is probably larger than the 40 because of the angle. So that just gives me my constant width, so I can then create that tab to fit in there, so it gives me a nice arc on there. So then if I want to have something else coming off of here, I can then go back in and come off this plane here, create another tab. This one only wants to be sort of rising up by about 10 degrees. So that'll be a 170. And again, we can pull this out. So this wants to be a distance of 50. And then again, if we want to, we can add in some extra profile on there. So this time I will do a tangent arc, lock into this plane here, and go into the sketch view, Control H. So this time we're going to go out to there, and for the opposite side I want to reduce that. Let's just get that back in again. There we go. So I want to reduce the thickness on here. So again, I will create a perpendicular line coming off this side, knowing all the other points. Make sure I get access to that. There we go. And I can then trim back the sections that I don't want. So then we've got another one that we can just add a tab to, and that creates our profiles. As you can see, it's sort of going off in multiple directions, and not a straightforward component to make. So that just gives you this sort of scenario. If I wanted to, I could also extend this out, and we can add some extra joggles in here. If I lock in here and I come off of here, so I can add a couple of lines. And over here we have the jog command, which allows me to create. Actually, I will start with the other one. I want to move that side up. I go 20 mil, and then when I do the second one, and drop that down by 20 mil, we can then sort of just create that profile in there. So taking this back a few steps, we can also look at how we can create this using another method. So we had an arc on here, so if I take that and move it to a point out here, I hold the shift key down and click on the arrow here, I can move this out, say 200, and click. And then if I change my options on here to lift, I can then bring this round and create an arc on here. So we can go 25 degrees on there and carry on as we were.